I started blogging because a problem that I had in my classroom is that my classrooms are very discussion oriented. And that's wonderful for the students who like to talk, but we all have students who are very shy and don't like to talk or might feel that whatever they say is unacceptable. So I wanted to find something I could use that everyone would have a voice. And I decided that blogging would be the way to go. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. So the need was to find some kind of technology to extend thinking and conversation beyond the class period and also under my direction. And so I created this blog. And this is a blog I created for my senior class, History and Democracy. It's a class about choosing to make a difference and how can one person do something to make the world a better place. And so I created this blog for when we have difficult discussions, discussions where we want to talk about our feelings and things that have happened to us personally. And this gives our class an opportunity to have a very open discussion with each other without having to talk in class. For this blog, what I did was I had every student come up with a secret name that they gave me. So no one's allowed to use their real name, but of course I have their name. And then what I do is on the right, under my picture, I have the idea of what the blog should be, and talks about having class discussions, and then I give them directions on how to blog and what my expectations are, so they know what to do. And I put the website for the blog on Progress Book, so everyone can get on it. And then I tell them exactly the requirements that they have to have 3 to 4 sentences, correct grammar and spelling, and whatever it is I want them to talk about. So in this particular case, I asked them about being an upstander, and I gave them their prompt, and then they had to write 4 to 6 sentences on the prompt, and then they had to respond to one other student. So it allows them to think about it on their own time, and I make it for homework. Sometimes we do it in class. We go to the computer lab. They do it for homework. They have a chance to think about it and be very thoughtful about it. And then it gives them a chance to read everybody else's comments. And especially when you have something that they're all interested in seeing what everybody else wrote, then they have a chance to respond to. In this case, I had them respond to one student. They could respond. Sometimes I have them respond to more than one. And then they post their results. I mean, they post their comments. And I'll just show you what that looks like. On this particular one that we just did, this is our last one of the semester, I have 63 comments on here. And this one happened to be all about what happens if you go to college and your roommate says racist things or uses hate words, and how do you deal with that when you go off to college. And they found that one really interesting. And so this is just an example of some of their comments, what they said, and then some of the shorter comments are when they respond to each other.